I want you to settle a dispute. I want to cancel our pet insurance for our dog, but my wife won't let me. I think there's a clause in it which makes it perfectly worthless, but she says, you're not a lawyer, we need to carry on paying it. So it's the insurance for accidents. I'm not worried about medical insurance. We're worried about our dog running off and causing an injury because she's a live wire and she chases cats, skateboards, police horses, everything. But there's a clause in the policy summary which says, are there any restrictions? And then it says, you must take all reasonable steps to prevent accidents, loss or damage. And my view is, if you take all reasonable steps to prevent an accident, then you haven't been in any way careless or negligent. And if you haven't been careless or negligent, then you're not going to be liable for the accident. And that's what they appear to be excluding from what they're covering. So they're excluding any accident where you are not liable, essentially.
Okay, so you're only talking about damage that your dog causes?
Yes.
So you're not talking about, for example, if your dog gets hit by a car?
No.
Because that would be an accident which you might not be able to avoid by taking reasonable steps.
I don't mind if my dog gets hit by a car financially. I would be upset sentiment. If my dog gets hit by a car, I doubt that much damage will be done to the car. But what I'm worried about is my dog causing an accident to somebody else, or maybe jumping at a motorbike and the motorbike swerving and hitting a car and people dying and all that sorts of thing, and then having a catastrophic bill because my dog had kind of been energetic.
All right, so the answer, legally, you're right, your wife's wrong. Practically,
Okay.
your wife's right and you're wrong. Let me tell you why. You're absolutely right that you're only responsible for something your dog does if there's some element of fault on your part, unless your dog has a history of attacking people, in which case it's strict liability. You're automatically liable irrespective of fault. But despite the fact that the insurance policy says that if you don't take all reasonable steps, they're not going to pay out, the insurance ombudsman, should you ever need to make a claim, would probably soften that and say that as long as you've behaved broadly reasonably, as long as you haven't done something unreasonable, then the insurance should pay out. I suspect the ombudsman would say that exclusion clause is too harsh.
Right.
Meaning, in reality, there would be some circumstances, despite the strict wording of that clause, where the insurance policy would pay out. How much are you paying a month for the policy, Tim?
It's not that much, but it's £25 a month or something like that.
Well, it's your call, but if it was me, I'd probably stick with the insurance. I'm a big fan of animal insurance.
Yeah, I think if practically, on a practical basis, we would still be covered, then I think I will carry on with the insurance.
Yeah.
I was only kind of going to cancel it if it was absolutely worthless, and it sounds like it's not absolutely worthless. There is some function in it.